Hi everyone, this is Masha here, and today I'm going to show you how with simple rules to ace your SURDS question. So the first thing you need to know is that it only works when multiplying or dividing, and we need to find a factor pair that contains a square number and it is the biggest. Okay, so for example, I've got 48 here. I need to find all the factor pairs of 48. Let's do that. So it's 1 and 48. Then we've got 2 and 24. We've got 3 and 16, 4 and 12. And then we have 6 times by square root of 8. Okay? So among this, I know that these ones are all my factor pairs, yeah? But which one of these contains the biggest square number? I can see that that's this one here. 4 on this side is my biggest square number, right? So I need to choose 48. I need to rewrite it as square root of 4 times by square root of 12. And I can see that I'm only multiplying, okay? What's square root of 4 times by square root of 12? So square root of 4 is just 2 times by square root of 12 can be rewritten as 3 times by 4, right? 3 times by 4, the square root can also be written like this. So you can write it down like this, but it also can be written in this format here. Okay, so I know that square root of 4, that's what? 2, right? So now you need to group all the numbers without the square root. So that's this and this, right? So 2 times 2, that's 4. 4 times 1, root 3. That should be your final answer. However, in maths, we don't write it down like this. We write our final answer as 4 root 3, which simply means that the multiplication here, it just becomes invisible, okay? So your final answer for root 48, it's simply 4 root 3, okay? First rule here, when I said that it can only work by multiplying or dividing, what I mean is that here, when you're looking for the factors, you cannot write something like this. You can't write 40 plus root 8. Okay, so root 40 plus 8 cannot be written. Okay, so this is an incorrect form. When you're looking for factors, you need to be writing it down with multiplication. Okay, that can also be written like this. So 48 cannot be written as, so it can't, yeah, can't be written as square root of 40 plus square root of 8. Yeah, or you can't write it down as square root of 50 take away by root 2. Okay, so this addition and subtraction, you can't use them, but you can write this down with a division. So square root of 48 can be written as 96 divided by square root of 2. Okay, so you can use only multiplication and division, but you can't use addition to make square root of 48. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, now let's move on and do some exercises. Here I can see that I've got square root of 180. If I were to go and list all the factors, it will just take me forever to solve because there's so many. So just think of the biggest square factor that you can have. I can think of square root of 9. So square root of 9 times by what is going to give me 180. That's square root of 20, right? I know that square root of 9, that's 3. 3 times by square root of 20 can be written as 4 times by 5. Is that right? So that is 3 times by square root of 4, that's just 2, and multiplied by square root of 5. So your final answer is 3 times 2, which is 6, 6 root 5. Okay, 6 root 5. Okay, square root of 120. Again, think about the biggest square factor. I can think of 4, so square root of 4 times by what? 30, yes. So root 4, that's 2 times by 30, can't be actually simplified. So your final answer is what? 2 root 30. Yeah? What about square root of 90? What's the biggest square factor that you can have? That's right. Square root of 9 times by square root of 10. So that's 3 multiplied by. Can I actually simplify? Can I actually simplify 10? No, I can't, because it's square root of 10. That's just 5 times by 2. I don't have any square factor, do I? So I just leave it as 3 root 10. And that's my final answer. Think about square root of 250. What's the biggest square factor that you can have? Yeah, that's right. Square root of 25 times by root 10. So root 25, that's just 5. 5 times root 10, which we know we can't actually simplify anymore. So it's just 5 root 10. That's my final answer. What's root 40? What's the biggest square factor that I can have? Yes, it's root 4 times by root 10. So root 4, that's just 2 times by root 10, which is just 5 times by 2, and I can't simplify this anymore. So your final answer is root 2 root 10. Okay? Hope you liked this video. If you did, please make sure to follow Math Mindset. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.